You know what caught my eye actually today is I finally just saw again Elizabeth Holmes. Really, I just want to compare her two boyfriends. And I know it's because I just saw like what a uncle her last boyfriend looks like while she was running the company. And just to set this up real quick, if you guys don't remember, Elizabeth Holmes, sinner, another one of these sinners, told everyone that she had a miracle blood testing device. Turned out the whole thing was a fugazi, a whole big flop, a big nothing doing. And now look at her, man, with the boyfriend. Every time I see this boyfriend holding her hand, he just looks so committed. Like, we're going to get you out of this, baby. And it's like, this poor rich kid. He's a good looking guy, rich kid. And is that his mom or her mom? Can you imagine, like, your son starts dating this psycho? What do? It's terrorism. It's family terrorism. You can't do anything because I love her, mom. I love her. You're not going to come between us. And he's so in love and so like, I'm with you. We're going to do it. And he had a kid with her. Oh my God, that is terrifying. But I did want to show you the other guy, though, the uncle.
Elizabeth Holmes cried uttered as she recounted for the jury how she was raped at Stanford during her freshman year and how she processed that experience by dedicating herself to building a life by building a company. She also described her relationship.
That's the guy. Sorry.
With Sunny Balwani, who she met when she was 18, how he mentored her in business, and later how they had a live-in romantic relationship.
Balwani! I'll tell you what Balwani needs to do too, because Balwani's on trial too. His trial might be over, but I'll tell you what he should have done. Sunny Balwani, he goes in, he goes, I had to get the pussy. Nobody has wanted to have sex with me in 10 years. She comes along, wants to bang me. Am I funding her fraud business? Am I get to the tune of millions of dollars? Well, yeah, but worth it. I had to do it. This guy to get laid, basically, to get laid. That's where I'm seeing the morality. That's my morality judgment on this. Let's continue.
Said he became controlling, told her how to act, to be more masculine, to succeed in business, and would sometimes force her into sex.
Okay, the last one is wrong. Force into sex? No. But you give someone millions of dollars in their business, millions, you're gonna say, hey, try talking with a more aggressive voice. Millions. This guy might be broke now, this Balwani.
Holmes said she took detailed notes of abusive episodes on her phone, which was shown to the jury.
It's very compelling evidence, and it certainly goes to whether or not she could form the intent to defraud.
Holmes said she became more and more isolated from her family and friends. It was around this time when Theranos was having problems with its blood tests, which were rolling out in Walgreens. Holmes said she moved out of their home while Balwani was on a foreign business trip and later fired him.
If that's true, if she fired him, then maybe that's inconsistent with him having control over her.
The prosecution will get a chance to...
Dude, just played him, right? Just played him like she's playing the other guy. This is the con behind the con. Everyone's talking about the surface level con, which is like the blood company, blah, 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 blah. But where does the money come from? Follow the money. And the money comes from strategic banging, scam banging. This is a scam banging if I ever goddamn seen one. How is she dating this guy?
Cross-examine Holmes starting tomorrow in San Jose. Len Ramirez, KPIX 5.
Well, 12 counts of fraud, 12 guilty verdicts. A federal jury in San Jose convicted former Theranos president Sunny Balwani on all counts today. The verdict comes 6
Was it worth it, you sinners? Fraud, just a joke in the community. But look at this.
months after his ex-girlfriend and former Theranos.
Yeah, that's what he's got to do. He's just got to be like, Your Honor, I just had to. And then she asked for the money. I just gave her the money. Honestly, I think that's a better case than hers.
CEO Elizabeth Holmes was found guilty on 4 counts of fraud.
Because her thing is just a selfish, like, I just want to be rich. I want to make a millionaire. I want to be a millionaire. I lied to everyone, whatever. That guy has a better case. He could at least say, but I thought we were in love. Once we were in love, I just said, maybe, I don't know, maybe deepen your voice a little bit in the meetings. And yeah, here's another million. Like that's probably what happened, and that's what he should say happened, but it's over now.
Balwani sat stone-faced as the verdicts were read and made no comment after he left court afterwards. The jury sided with the prosecution, saying he defrauded investors and patients with faulty blood testing technology. His attorneys later released a statement saying they were, quote, disappointed in the verdict and may consider an appeal. He's set to be sentenced in mid-November, and court watchers say it's clear this jury believes he was calling the shots at the now-defunct Palo Alto company.
When it came to things like the harm that Theranos could have caused patients, that was far more a result of operational decisions that were made at Theranos rather than executive and strategic decisions. Sunny Balwani was ultimately the person making those calls.
NBC Barry Scott Budman joins us now. You were in court for both the Elizabeth Holmes and the Sunny Balwani trial. It's been months of your life this year. Big difference here. Sunny Balwani convicted on
Victor Tauber says, I like powerful girls NGL. What does NGL stand for? I like powerful girls. Yeah, no, it's true, man. No way they were selling in Walgreens. Yeah, no, couldn't get it past in Walgreens. I saw some documentaries on it. Yeah, no, I couldn't get it past, Couldn't get it past. She just faked it. She just would lie about it. That sketch does not look like her. Yes, hello, LMAO, but it's true love. But it's love. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. I said I'm not gonna lie at this forgiveness meditation. I'm not gonna lie in front of these sinners.
Counts. Elizabeth Holmes basically
Not gonna
faced the same
lie in
charges,
front of
only
these
convicted on
sinners.
4.
Right.
Why was that?
You know, it's hard to say, but basically the jury, when they did speak after the Elizabeth Holmes trial, said they thought she lied, and we heard evidence that she lied to investors, and that's fraud. But there was a buffer between Elizabeth Holmes and the patients. One of the causes, at least 4 of the charges, were defrauding patients. That buffer turned out to be Sunny Balwani. So the jury said, yes, Balwani was also in on it with Holmes, conspiracy to defraud investors. They also nailed him for defrauding the patients, and that was a big difference.
Right. She was not convicted on defrauding patients. Okay. Big difference also, he did not testify. Elizabeth Holmes did. Do you think that hurt him?
I think it may have hurt him, but it may have been a situation where he just was not going to be helped at all. We knew, because we covered Elizabeth Holmes pre-trial, she was very charismatic. She was able to get all these people to give her money, and she was
This goofball Balwani. That's why he needs to do the I was in love verdict. His goofiness would have played in his advantage, idiot. God damn it. I gotta start representing these guys. I gotta start getting this advice out earlier. This is like, he's done now. He's over. He's toast, this guy. He needed to go in there, put on some glasses, go more goofy, but innocent, sweet goofy, and go in and say, I just loved her so much. I gave her everything. I asked for nothing in return. I just gave it all to her. I loved her too much, y'all.
very good witness, and she was. And I think she convinced the jury, at least in some ways, to let her off the hook on some of
Look at me. Who's gonna bang me? Who's gonna have sex with me? Huh? I just loved her too much.
those counts. Sunny
That's
Balwani,
the
I
only
never
way.
met him before. On the Theranos events, he was never put forward. It was always Elizabeth Holmes, so we don't know what kind of a person he was. Then we read some of the journalism that was done by Wall Street Journal reporters and the documentaries that came out that all said he was the heavy. Nobody liked him, and people did testify in this very trial that he was the heavy, even abusive, as Elizabeth Holmes said. So if he took the stand, would that have come across? Who knows? But we have to say he paid attorneys a lot of money to make that decision. They decided we're not going to hear from him, so we don't really know what would have happened.
Okay, and it's not over yet. The sentencing comes later this year.
Right, Elizabeth Holmes will be sentenced in September. Balwani sentencing set for November, and there are still likely appeals to come.
Okay, thanks, Scott Budman. And our coverage on the Theranos trial continues online. We've posted the verdict form, which goes into great detail on all the charges. You can check it out at NBCBayArea.com.
Compelling and emotional testimony.
This is, it's just so, look at the boyfriend. Look at the new young boyfriend. Oh my God. She's just ruining this guy's life, eh? He's done. He's like some real estate mogul. By the way, Victor Tober, that's the mark, bro. That's the mark. You need to get his real estate. He's going to be broken up in shambles after this. That's how you make money in real estate today. You got to get in there. You know what I'm saying? You got to get in between them and figure out the deal and do the last transactions. Because in another couple of years, he's going to like, what's going to happen to this relationship? I guess maybe her bad girl days are done and now she's just going to be straight edge. Some girls do it. They have a rock and roll phase. They do fraud. They do whatever. And then they just go straight and narrow and they go, okay, I'm going to have a nice boyfriend and go to sleep. That last dude, oh my God. Let's do Holmes. Balwani. This is too cute. This is the picture that she needs to use, not him. And then he needs to use a picture where he's even more, he needs to be more goofy in his.
Opening statement today in the fraud and conspiracy case against Ramesh Sunny Balwani, the former boyfriend of Theranos founder Elizabeth Holmes, going on trial 2 months after.
Poor guy, dude. I love her too much. She's so beautiful. I still love her. That's it. That's what you got to do. I wonder what he just lost everything.
Rebecca Jarvis has.
And I can tell you what he did. He probably just played it straight and narrow and admitted to what he did wrong and then said, you know, like he probably just played it straight. And that's the difference between the psychos and the people that just get hurt and abused and thrown out on the side. He's not cutthroat like that. I don't think he's cutthroat like that. I don't think if he was really cutthroat, we would have all seen it probably. And he would have had a publicist working on it, making it out like he's getting abused. She's abusing him. And then really play hard immigrant angle though. Hard. I've never had love in my life. You know, like I got swept away. I'm sorry. I was in love and I didn't know what I was doing. And it's a big mistake. And to just, you know, say she was forcing you to have sex. You got to beat her to that punch, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Because she's just saying that about like, that's so bullshit. What do you guys think of that? What do you guys think? Who's hot or not on that? I want to ask you guys, Elizabeth Holmes, question. Would you bang her? Because I still feel like pretty cute. And that is his angle that he wanted to go on. But fraud is a rock and roll phase. I mean, for her, for most of us, no. But for her, it's definitely a rock and roll phase. Let's hope. Hey, Ghoulish, let's hope it's a phase. Let's hope this is it and she's fixed her ways and she's not doing this anymore. Fraud is pretty rock and roll to be real. I mean, it is, yeah, fraud can be kind of rock and roll too. I mean, we've seen some of these guys rocking and rolling. And the moral of the story is, you are loved because you are loved. Such is the nature of loving kindness. Okay? So now that I've done my karmas, make sure you do your karmas, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and sign up for meditation. Ascension is upon us, foolish. Sign up for meditation immediately. Ha! Am I still here?